Hello everyone and welcome back to the Creek Zoo. Today we're gonna take a little tour and see what we have done so far. Because the zoo is getting quite big, so we're gonna do a small in-between tour. So first of all, we arrived here in the zoo. We're gonna pretend we're a guest with access, if you know what I mean. This woman is standing on the wrong side. You need to be there. I just had a whole lot of guests. They're just somehow across this. And we're all standing here to look at the bisons, which is not really what's meant to happen. Anyway, we've arrived at our zoo. Yay! Let's hope there are no any guests back there. So, first of all, on the right-hand side, we have this amazing little food court. And as you can see, because we've added a second entrance, it is way quieter here. So that's really good, because it was way too busy. So let's pop these balloons. That's what I like to do. All balloons must be popped. And here we have our first little exhibit. This is the frog, I think. Yeah. I always in real life try to find them where they are. And there are only two in here. Found one. Where's number 2? Well, I found one. That's good enough. And on the other side of this little exhibit is our lemur habitat. As you can see, there are not any lemurs back here now outside. There's like 2 or 3. All the other lemurs are all the way in here in our little, quite big lemur dome. So we're gonna go there in a minute. The toilet for if you need to go. And then here we have our American bison. This is actually the first habitat that I built for this zoo. And I'm really proud of it. I mean, look at the way I did this. Oh, they have babies! That's adorable. And because the name of the zoo is Creek Zoo, I wanted to embrace the feeling of creek. You know, of water. Ooh. Are they fighting for alpha status? Yeah, that means you gotta go. And we also need to call the keeper because these are hungry. There. Cute. And they were quite stressed, so we put a quiet down sign. So back here you have a little junction. You can choose either you want to go to the lemurs or you want to go explore the American bison some more. We're gonna go here where all the people are. So here we have our ostrich habitat. They have babies as well. And it looks like there are way too many ostriches in this habitat. We'll fix that later. Ooh, oops, oops. And here I try to be architectural and trendy. I don't think it worked out that well because it's all crooked. But this was meant to be like this cool roof idea, because when I started the zoo I felt like, oh, I'm gonna do all these cool architectural things, and I built this and I built a dome, and then I kind of fell back into what I normally do. So yeah. That's fine though. Like here we have a fence, so I tried to make it look like the water's actually flowing. And it is like breaking up because back there are the beavers. No, let's go there. More ostrich. I mean, we have an amazing view of this ostrich habitat. Usually in zoos where I come, ooh, they're fighting as well. The ostrich, or are they mating? I don't know. You're gonna go. Ooh, well, I don't know what the hell that was, but that's fine. And usually the ostrich is kind of a... Ooh, thought that escaped. You know, kind of an animal that doesn't really have the best habitats and the best viewpoints, and I wanted to give them something amazing. So here, very steep. Be careful. Here we have our little beaver hut, which is a first-class restaurant, and we also have donut machines because these are guests that are like way too hungry all the time. So you can see it's quite popular here. They're standing in line. Also the frames, yikes. And then you get plopped down here and you can eat here. You know, you have your burger. And then you are actually looking into the beaver habitats. And again, this is way cool. I should continue to build like this. This is really cool, actually. Sometimes I look at this and I'm like, yeah, that's when I still had a lot of inspiration. And then kind of halfway zoo, it's what I always do. Halfway through a zoo, I kind of forget that inspiration and I just do random shit. So, toilet block behind this wall. feel like it's pretty cool. And then I got inspired by Sleepy Hollow. So I built this bridge. Felt like it's an American beaver. It needs to have an American bridge. And obviously we have viewing points. All custom built, by the way. Look. Beaver. And again, here's also the river's flowing. So you have like these little things to make it look like the water's actually hitting it. And they actually have a relatively... Look, it's playing with it. That's so cute. They have like a relatively large area. They have like all this land area. And then on the other side of the bridge, oh, they're falling through. They have this whole area again. So a little bit of land with their sleeping area here. And did I see baby otter or beaver? It's a beaver. Baby beaver. That's really cool. Sometimes they do tend to escape through here. I don't know how, but sometimes they just randomly escape. Oh, so many people. I did put a cap on the zoo of how many guests can enter. So again, another junction. We are going here first. We're going to the right. Check out this view. Isn't this amazing? So let's get in. And here we have our walk through tortoise habitat, which has way too many tortoises, but you know, they're still these are really young. Ooh. Yeah, tortoises, they breed really fast and then you have suddenly like a really big amount of them, so, you know. We do have an educated speaker here, but I'm not sure how that works, so sometimes there's a person standing here, and sometimes there isn't. The keeper is busy. And behind here, we actually have our little staff area. Let me just show you guys that. For the beavers, the bisons, and the tortoise. You know, with everything that one would need. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and it's a light post. I was wondering what that was. Yeah. Look at that, mom and dad with the children. These animals are really big in real life. I went to the zoo in the Czech Republic and man, those tortoises were enormous. So back here we have some, ignore this. This is like, if I want to build another dome, it is here. I didn't know it was cutting through with this, but that's fine. Also, this staff path is really just for staff. And see, again, there is like people walking back here. How? So here are some toilets, which I find actually to be really cool. Really cool design. And then through these toilets is a little bit of power and water because otherwise I couldn't power this section. And here we have a little food court. You can get your gulpy. Let's pop these balloons. You get your hats and your fries. And I actually really like the way that this little food court looks, especially with all the green roofs. I'm quite happy with that. And then here we have a vista point. I mean, isn't this amazing? These waterfalls with the smoke here. And you have a view of the Praswadsky horses. And then we go back out. Just go through there. Also really steep. I don't think this would be wheelchair friendly. But okay. We go over this bridge and we have seals here. Look, there they are. And they also have babies. And they have like a really big area here. And that's kind of difficult for them to build because they like sand a lot, which I didn't expect. So, you know, on this side we have rocks, on this side we have a little fence. Watch out for the tree. And then we are having another junction. We're gonna keep right. And here we have our Praswadsky horses. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And I saw a baby! Look, baby! More babies, that's so cute. So is this thing not powered? It is. Just go on, Praswadsky horse, please. And then I mean this one is also not turned on. Move. Yeah, that one's also turned off. No, there. So cute. These as well. That's so weird. Like, luckily I'm doing this. Like, animal control is actually quite difficult with the Praswadsky horses because they breed so fast. Ooh, yeah, like, this is fun. Here was another junction, but right now we're entering our little kids section that I built. So I intended to be like this little, a petting zoo for kids. So here you have horses, which kids obviously like, with their own little stable. And here, I know they can't use it, but this is like a climbing area for kids. It's like a playground. So we used to have this when I was little, like this little bit of water, and then you have this beam over it and the rope, and it was always see who can do it by hanging on the rope, who can get across by not touching the rope, who can get across by walking on the rope. So I decided to add that, a little bit of a water feature as well, because that's always fun for kids. These hanging bridges. Now they can play soccer. They can also do some bowling. This is like for motor skills, walking across it. Same with here. And these, I used to have this as a little kid in the playground in the back of where my parents lived. There were these 5 stones and one tiny one in the middle. And you're meant to skip from stone to stone. So that was really fun. But this jump was always really impossible and I always fall. So, oh well. So here we have a big plaza. We have toilets. And people are taking their balloons into the toilets. Yikes. And then we have another restaurant. And I don't quite remember what this restaurant is called. Let's see. It's called Creek Relax, and it doesn't have a vendor. Oh well. So you can actually, well, not eat here right now. So let's just see if we can fix that real quick. No, that's a caretaker. I didn't mean that. I meant it's a vet. A vendor. Let's put 3 down. There. Then we have some extra vendors as well. That's nice. And then we're gonna continue. Here we have our little, we have our anaconda. Let's see if we can spot them. Is that? No. Well, they are somewhere in here. Hello? Snake. Oh, there's one. Right here. Oh, that's turned off. And I don't know where. Oh, the other one's laying here on the ground. Is it? No, it's not. That's just ground. Well, I found one again, so that's fine. So here we have, what is it here again? Badgers. We're walking right there. We have a lot of badgers in there. Are the badgers okay with that much? Oh, they're fine with that much badger. That's fine. And here we have another walkthrough habitat. This is the flamingo habitat. And by the looks of it, they're gonna need some food. And this is actually a giant walkthrough habitat. And I wanted to make it a little bit of a greenhouse. Let's destroy the balloons. There we go. I wanted to make it a little bit of a greenhouse area. A little bit of a botanical garden. Like I said before, I love botanical gardens. And I would play botanical or Planet Botanical. I would play that. You know, and if kids felt dairy, they could do like this. You know. So this is fun because these people are viewing the red panda, which is in there, from here. And then they're gonna complain about not having the best view. See the waterfall right there as well. A big rock. So this habitat, it took me quite a long time. But I feel like it was a really cool habitat. And from here you can see the other sides of the zoos. We have protesters. Why do we have protesters? Those were protesters for our black prairie dogs. I hope they will leave soon, because that's not meant to happen. Here we have another area where you can actually exit this area of the zoo. And behind there, we'll get to that later. So look, this is like the sleeping area of the flamingo, and I feel like this is pretty darn cool because when you enter the zoo, you can actually see this. That's pretty cool. And the vistas here are amazing. This is like so cool. And I know I built it, but I'm still gonna say it. I also intentionally put this in the middle of the road, just so that the flamingos will do something with it. But apparently they're not. And as you can see, the water has like a really large amount of rocks in it. And seaweed. Not here, but here it has. Just to keep it looking alive. And I felt like I really succeeded in that. And also here that, yes, apparently you have to walk through it. Okay, so we're gonna exit this way. And then we're gonna go to the dull sheep. And this is a pretty amazing habitat. You can hear it. Yeah, look, here we have 2 babies. Being really cute and all. But look, they have this bridge. And these people are really excited about it. Wow. They have this bridge and they can all cross this bridge. So they can go from one end to the other. Plus the keepers can enter as well, which is pretty darn amazing. And because these are like typical mountain goats, please tell me you were asleep and not that. Yeah, you were asleep, good. They can actually climb up this entire area, so I had to put fencing down. And they can climb all the way up here. So imagine you standing there looking at the vista, because this is the waterfall. And then there's like this dull sheep just standing here, just chilling. Oh. Yeah, see, I clicked too fast with my mouse and then that happens. Sorry. Look, and there they go. I'm actually really happy with the way this habitat looked. I wasn't quite sure with it when I was building. I was like, this is really gonna be cool or not. But look, there it's gonna go. Hopefully. Very slowly. It's following the keeper. Go on. Go on. You can do it. Yes. Look at him go. Imagine that standing underneath you, just like these people looking up and there's this dull sheep crossing. I always find it really cool. And then we're back here at the badgers. And then here are the horses again. So now we're gonna walk this way and just skip through here. We have the restaurant and a little bit of a keeper area. Here we have the red panda, which I'm really proud of this habitat, by the way. So they have this really amazing climbing area here, and they can climb in the cherry tree and then all over the top. And then in here they also have some climbing area. And because they're really shy animals, I blocked off the glass. And from the outside you can look in, so that's pretty cool. Here we have the flamingos again, and then we're gonna walk this way. And here we have the armor leopards. If we can see them, because I don't feel like in a zoo you necessarily see all the animals all the time. But is that a baby? Baby! Aww. And they're hungry as well, so let's call a keeper. Like, keepers are really not on point, my goodness. And then this way is where you enter from the flamingos, and then here we have the second parking lot we had to build because the first one was really crowded. So we have this bus and we can just pretend that the bus is going away. I felt like that was a pretty cool addition. And some more power. So we're gonna quickly skip through here. There we go, and we're now here. This is the red panda. We have the vet running. And here we are, some more toilets. And there we are with the Japanese macaque, which is actually one of my favorite animals, I have to say. I don't really see them. Are they sitting? No. Oh, here they are. And I added some steam to make it look like it was really, you know, warm water. And it is raining right now, so that's a bit of unfortunate. Can't really fix that. I mean, sometimes in real life it rains as well when you're going to a zoo. Oh look, they're all here! Trying to stay dry from the rain. Oh well. Whatever. So back here, we have another view into the armor leopards. So when they're sleeping, you know, oh, that's a box. When they're sleeping, you can see them here. And we also have a little bit of a staff area here because we're going to expand this area some more. Now I'm not going to walk over this side because there's nothing there to see right now. That still needs to be built. So we're going to go this way. Getting lost in my own zoo now. You know what, let's go this way. Here we have the polar bear. Yeah, because we'll circle back because that's the plaza from the petting zoo. So yeah, we'll circle back, that's fine. Put a lot of vending machines down, and here we have the polar... I don't remember. Yeah, the Polar Club. So it's another restaurant you enter and then you get seated in here. There's a little bit of a polar theme. Glass roof. You can look out over here. Something will be here. I'm not quite sure what yet, but something will be there. And when you exit, you have like polar bears saying goodbye. And here, let's see, is the sleeping area from the polar bear. let's just see. Yeah, that child is in surgery because it's a grown-up and they've been fighting. Yikes. Yeah, it was a cub, but now it's a big polar bear. And there's a lot of viewing points. That's a bit steep as well. Ew, didn't see that before now. Here we have a little bit of a nature escape. And then we have a little staff, village again. And then we get to the moose. Now mooses are one of my favorite animals, and apparently I didn't know that there were mooses in the game. This is a younger moose, so this moose needs to be seen by the vet because these are fighting because of the alpha status, which is not good. I really like this habitat. It's small, it's simple. Oh, darn it! I'm really not good with controls, okay? Let me just leave it at that. Alright, here we have wolves. They're probably asleep in their lair. Let me just see. Yeah, there they are. All asleep in their lair. Not that much wolves anymore. Oh, cub! Adorable! And you can actually, there's a little bit of a viewing point right here. So see, these people are gonna make use of that. Pop balloons. Now you can actually view them inside, which is pretty cool. Now there's one bit I wanted you guys to see with the polar bear. And here's a path going down. And here you have an underwater view. Now it's not that often that they actually swim here, but it is pretty neat, so I think it's pretty cool. Now obviously you have some screams so Tiny Tim doesn't fall off and breaks his legs. Children, am I right? Ooh, that's not the right path. This path. Now up with the wolves, we have a path going upwards, which initially I thought was really darn cool. And now that I look at it, I'm not so sure if it's still that cool, so I will probably rework this and change this. The reason that it's here is because I thought this was a really cool vista to look at the Himalayan brown bears. Yes, hello. Are you making fun of my animals? What a prick! So that's why this is here, because I thought this was a pretty cool vista. Not so sure about all of this. Because that leads back to the mooses. Oh wait, and it leads to one of our newer sections. Yeah, Timberwolf, moose. Here we have these little prairie dogs, which hopefully aren't hungry anymore. Oh, it's snowing. Well, something tells me these animals weren't made for snow, but we're gonna see that. And here we have our red crowned crane, but we've seen that last episode, so no need for that. So let's go all the way to this side. Here we have our African penguin, which don't like the snow, so they have like this pretty amazing habitat with an underwater viewing area. I don't get why these people don't bring jackets in the winter. But look, you can actually see them swimming here. That's pretty darn cool. And then through here we have a cave. And in this cave you can see the Himalayan brown bear if it's lying there, which it's not right now. Oh well. So here's the bear habitat. Let's just see if we can spot them. I feel like John Hammond in Jurassic Park. Bring you guys on a tour and there are no animals. Oh well. It's a little staff area again, so that it just can't cut away. There's our seals. Do the seals like this type of temperature? I have no clue. They think it's fine. Well, that's fine. Good for them. And here we have What do we have here? Is this our African wild dog habitat? Ooh, I'm going through a lot of bushes. And this is located next to the ostrich habitat, which is here. So now we're back on this side again. And I had to change the entirety of these fences. Why are all my education is off? That's weird. Is it off on these animals as well? No, that's on. That's really weird. And here we have our gazelle, I believe it is. Is it a gazelle? No, it's a spring. Oh, it's an antelope. Well, you know, you have a certain amount of guesses, so that's fine. And this path here is actually, you know, simultaneously wild dog viewing and antelope viewing, which I feel like is pretty cool. Now, we do have a couple of these open places. I'm not gonna build everything like fully, so I'll probably make a little pond or something here. There you go, it's melted. Here we have a gift shop with some broken vending machines, apparently. And an ATM, really important. And here we have our small clawed otters. And still, hands down, favorite habitat. I really like this habitat. Let me just go up here. Obviously, here's gonna be built, because right now there's nothing, but there are going to be buildings and habitats. We have this viewing here, which I feel like is pretty darn cool. And then here we have the Chinese pangolin. Somewhere. I mean, they're small. There they are. Look. I always feel like it looks like an armadillo. And this habitat with all the plants, oh, I love how natural it looks. I really feel like it's really cool. And you have like a top viewing of this, which I feel like is pretty cool as well, because you can see them swimming. And I really like that. So this way, there will also be habitats built. This is also broken. It's not the best store, is it? Elephants. Now, that's a dead end, and there's nothing here yet, so we're just gonna quickly skip down this road, which we're not meant to do, but we're gonna do it anyway. Don't tell anyone. Here we have the bonobos, and the bonobos are a look down habitat, so there's one. There are some more. They had babies a while back, but I believe the babies have grown up. Well, no, there's the baby. Okay. And the bonobos can climb up here. Look, the baby was doing that. They can climb up and down, and then they can actually go into here. And this is their sleeping area. It's not really used that often by them, but I do feel like it looks cool. So there's that. And here we have the Indian elephant. Now, I am in love with this habitat. Let's pop these balloons. At first I wasn't really sure about this rock wall. I felt like it's really unnatural, but looking at it now, I actually feel like it's really cool. Look. He's washing his butt. I don't know why it's so funny, but it looks really funny. And they have little elephants as well, and 1, 2, 3, 4 tiny elephants, which is really cute. And I have a lot of space, a lot of stuff to do as well, so I'm really happy with that. And here we have a lot of little staff area with a veterinary station. Like I said, bonobos can climb over you. In real life they would be able to jump off, but obviously in game they don't do that. And here we have our lemur house, or dome, which we began with, and now we're ending with it as well. And we have ruffed-tailed lemurs and ringed-tailed lemurs. We don't have the we don't have the black and white in here yet, but there probably will be in the future. And these are breeding like crazy. Like, it's really insane how fast they breed. So we need to keep a good close eye on that. I know for what is it called? Exhibit animals, you can actually set in how much of each animal you want in an exhibit. I feel like they should probably do that for normal habitat animals as well. It'd be so much easier. And this, I've been saying this from the beginning. Oh, the voices are echoing. Huh. Anyways, here's gonna be a restaurant. Still. But I haven't yet had the inspiration to build it. Now we're back at the ostriches. We have a little bit of a viewing area there. Curved glass, make it look fancy. And then we're gonna leave the zoo again. Obviously, on your way out, you can buy another hat. Oh, a balloon. Get your information. Maybe milkshake for the road. Oh. And then you go back home again. So that's the zoo so far. And if we zoom out a little bit, let me just... There. These areas will be connected with each other. Probably through here. There will be a road going that way. And these mountains will be built on. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the land behind here. We'll see about that. And obviously this water area needs to be built on as well. Perhaps we could even do a little bit of a boat tour here. I'm not quite sure if we can do that, but that would be cool, perhaps for the kids or something. Yeah, so that's the zoo so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this little halfway tour, and I'm looking forward to continue building in this zoo. I've done a lot of inspiration. I mean, I've given myself a lot of inspiration, and I hope you guys are inspired as well. And as always, leave a like, comment, and possibly subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also check out my second channel. It's in the description down below. Bye guys!